I'm Lone, and welcome to our Changeling Pathologic playthrough. I'm super excited. We wrapped up with the Bachelor. Very, very happy with our choices and how much we learned about him. It was really, really cool going from Path 2 to Danny's playthrough here in Pathologic. Learned so much, got familiar with the three families and a lot of other characters. We're going to learn probably a lot about the Saurovs, Alex and Katarina. So those are two characters that I'm not very familiar with and I actually really don't like very much, probably because I don't understand their point of view and have a hard time empathizing with them with the little knowledge I have of them. So let's begin with Clara. Clara had a dream, a foggy morning. Having passed a wicket gate, she is now dawdling somewhere, piles of dry leaves rustling in her wake. A familiar voice calls out to her. She lifts her eyes and sees her own twin sister pointing at an old man convulsing and weeping in unbearable agony. Clara darts to the man to save him with her healing touch, but so does her sister. The girls exchange confused glances. This is the story of a thief girl who has chosen her own past, ceased to be the instrument of blind fate, and refashioned herself into a free miracle worker.
Clara wakes up. Could the dream have been prophetic? She has prophetic dreams often. She's no longer surprised by them. She knows that they are sent by the powers that want to warn the herald of what the future holds for her. There were a lot of clues hinting at the veracity of the message. She does indeed know how to treat those in pain with her miraculous hands. She is indeed willing to ease their suffering. She truly strives to do the right thing. She loves her fellow beings. The girl is eager to do good deeds, even if that requires her to go through pain and hardships. Changeling wakes up at the edge of a pit in the ground. Sleep hasn't brought her comfort. Her back and legs ache as though she has walked many miles. Her hands are covered in mud. There are traces of dried blood on her bare knees. It's dark. The dawn is a few hours away.
Why would they call me a thief, pray tell? What did I steal? Why does the law detest me so? The only thing I remember is that I am an outlaw, and will forever be persecuted. Was I really that good of a thief, I wonder? I have nothing of value, just myself and these rags I'm wearing. My crime is horrendous, still, I am beyond redemption. Back in the day, every heart was open before me. Now, whatever door I approach, it's slammed in my face. This is terrifying. Where should I run? With whom? Shall I seek shelter? Shall I find what I stole and give it back? Who would agree to take it off my hands? Who will answer my questions, if not you? That's our mission. Day 1, in which the Changeling finally finds her sister, thus confirming the prophecy of the twin angels. That opening cutscene was kind of interesting. It almost seemed very Sam Raimi inspired, like Evil Dead-ish, which is kind of an interesting thought. I don't know if it influenced them at all, but it seemed like a possession. Like you could hear this like visceral, guttural beast sound. and then it entered her body, and then Clara looking at Katarina and Grace, kind of like shifting expressions back and forth. So I think she has like some inner conflict going on, and maybe that's the prophecy of the twin angels, possibly. Oh, just to update you guys on the mod situation, I am playing with mods. One is a map mod that fixes fences, so they're all actual true fences. One other one is a UI mod, and then the last one that I added for this playthrough, it adds music from Pathologic 2 into the game. Specifically, I wanted to get it for like Aspity's house and Peter's house because it's just too quiet in there, and I can't stand reading while I'm in there. It drives me crazy. So, hey tutorial boys, good to see you. We will definitely be rereading through all of these, even though we read the tutorial before and we generally know, but we could have other rules that we don't know about yet. Starts with 2 lockpicks, makes sense. Drapery, got some morphine or tourniquet, big slab of meat, cool. No weapons though. Huh, seems kind of like a anemic slap, but that's okay. Hey Beak. Boy, you're one swift appearer. A child, a sweet child. Such thin, see-through palms you've got. Oh no, is he like a hand guy? Yes, magnificent little hands, so extraordinary. And already blackened and reddened all over. How very evocative. Okay, that's kind of gross. What do you want? I don't want to ask who you are and what you want from me. How did I end up here? How about that? Crawled out of a grave, sweet child. Or maybe clawed your way out. Right out of the bowels of earth with your fingernails. Couldn't tell from over here. The mask diminishes my FOV a little bit. And why are you standing here? No, we already know that a little bit. What was I doing in there? Why was I in a grave? And who are you? That's a much more interesting question as far as everyone's concerned. Yourself included, I should think. Well, you can call me Clara. Or maybe Clara... I don't want to make too many assumptions about where Clara came from, but I guess my immediate impression is that maybe she's born of the earth in a way. Could be a possibility as well. We'll have to keep that in mind. You can call me Clara. Before you enter the town and embark on your cleansing agenda, I'd like to give you a few pieces of advice. You are, after all, a mere hatchling. I rather doubt you arrived at this cemetery with your MO already laid out, if you pardon the pun. I don't really understand the pun of modus operandi, but that's okay. Yeah, please do tell. Time won't wait for you. Hour after hour, day after day, it will run out fast. You're not the center of the universe. Not even now that you have a truly exceptional part to play. At some point, you may even feel that you could easily be everywhere at once. But make no mistake, the town is changing with time, and there is nothing you can do about it. Okay, why do you need to rub it in? Time has the final say in matters of life and death. It may so happen that you will knock on the door of a person you need when that person is already past being able to answer you. The news changes too. What was on one person's mind a day ago will have petered out come tomorrow. It may have been something that you would have found useful. Pray, why speak of such terrible things? It's not like I have say in matters of anyone's life or death, time or no time. I haven't had a laugh like this in a while. If you don't have a say, who does? Who but you, my blessed child, is holding in their hands the lives and deaths of others? But be careful with your terrible gift. Every death will count against you. No amount of trickery is too much. No price is too high for maintaining a viable reputation. Reputation? I wonder if the reputation system is the same. I guess we'll find out. Yes, you will have a reputation too, my dear child. And I don't think you'll find that sullen horse easy to tame. It will be full of surprises. Your reputation will be falling, always, relentlessly. Oh no, so it's not stable. Oh, so it is a different system. And it's decisive in you, you know, everything. Everything. How many friends you've got, how many enemies. Trust opens the right doors and the right lips. How do I keep track of my reputation? will always be falling, but I'm a good person. How do I keep track of it? People will always appreciate your help, and I can assure you that a lot of people are going to need your help these days. Relieving sufferers from their misery is appreciated a great deal. Sometimes a person is in such pain that even euthanasia would be a blessing, especially for the incurable. So killing them, I guess, out of mercy. Do I have a good reputation right now? Right now, search me, but that's easy to find out. In fact, it's generally a good idea not to neglect checking up on your status. Has my kind-hearted colleague spoken to you about it yet? No, he hasn't. I haven't talked to the mask, the Tragedian. Most importantly, don't forget to stop by the Caretaker's Lodge. Caretaker? Who is the caretaker? You've got people waiting for you there, and they have no doubt about your identity. As it happens, they've just drawn proof of your arrival from a pile of orcal bones. Your turning up in person will duly impress them. Tarry not. I'll remember to do that, kindly teacher. Thank you. Me, I'm not much of a teacher. More like your faithful servant. I'm here because of you, you know. It's you who are the kindly teacher. All right, as you wish. Wiggle for me. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. That's my favorite thing. So good. Quick save. Hey, man. Hey, how's it going? How small you are. How frail. Will you survive this horrible world? You're talking as if I was a newborn baby, aren't you? You'll have to be taught to eat, drink, sleep, move around, heal yourself, even to breathe. This place drains your health all too fast. Even a seasoned person must stay alert. Not everyone manages to cope. All right, tell me, how can I stay in good health? We're dying every minute of our lives. Thousands of cells dissolve, melt, bursting like bubbles in a froth. That sounds super gross, man. You must replenish your strength several times a day. If you allow yourself to be overcome with exhaustion, your hunger will be unbearable, and you will be dying even faster than usual. And usual is fast enough as it is. It's the air in this place. I'm hungry already, starving. You can buy food at a shop. If money is a problem, various cosmestibles, never heard cosmestibles before, can be picked up at a residential house. But those are closed except for during an emergency, and should you break into one using a lockpick, be nimble. The inhabitants will defend their property. So we might have to rely on breaking and entering a bit on this run. We didn't really do it with Danny at all. Like, we went into like burnt out districts and stuff, but this seems like it'll be a little bit different. And what if I'm injured? There are pharmacies selling medicine at no small price, mind you. Or you can barter with the one of the street urchins who carry it around out of sheer curiosity. Or if you're lucky, you may get away with pinching somebody's private home. Be sure not to abuse those substances. They're bad for your system. Pinching, as in stealing. Won't they give me some if I ask politely? You can take anything you want from a mansion of those destined for the leading roles in this unfolding drama, so any of the major NPCs, such as the custom of hospitality in the local aristocracy, and those who try to imitate them. I know already. I mean, we do, but I want to see if there's any new dialogue compared to Danny's. So far, this seems on track. The reputation system seems a little bit different, though. What sort of people are they? You will soon learn to spot them amongst the populace. Their houses stand out. By the way, this is also where you can find a bed to get some replenishing sleep, provided, of course, that you don't give the owners a reason to shut the door on you. Well, where can I buy useful things around here? You can spot a shop by its sign. They're for selling useless items as well as buying useful ones. And some of the people on the streets will gladly barter things that they wouldn't sell you for money. There's an illicit trading going on in a couple of the secret spots. But a lady so young would be wise not to set foot in those dens, or for that matter, talk about them. So are there things that no one would sell me? So there are things that no one would sell me, right? Should your reputation, on the importance of which my surly colleague has been meaning to speak to you, sink so low as to lose the trust of even the most desperately reckless, which describes all merchants, you won't be able to buy even the most harmless of articles. But reputation can be restored. What else can you teach me? Essentially, this is it for now. Don't forget to stop by the caretaker's lodge. Awaiting you there is Katarina. Oh, okay. So we're going to the Sabarovs then. All right. That's the caretaker. Got it. Who will be a better mentor and support than myself in these difficult first days? You're lucky to have her on your side, being as she is a mistress, as well as a wife to our ruler and fearsome Alexander. Yeah, very lucky indeed. Super save. Boop. Oh, I'm not going to have Danny's playthrough. That's okay. I think in the save files, you only get like 20 slots or so. I wonder if there's anything special like hidden in the graveyard. Or we can talk to Grace. I just want to see if we can. What time is it? Oh, we start with bad reputation. Oh, our hunger and exhaustion. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Oh, she's right there. This isn't the caretaker's lodge, but it's Grace's lodge. Oh, Grace the caretaker. Yeah, I was thinking we had to go all the way up there, but no. Nope. Talk to Grace first. Surely you're not going to hurt a poor caretaker's daughter, are you? I may be useful to you yet. Caretaker's daughter? Is Grace a Sabarov? If I die, who's going to look after the graves? You don't say so, my dear. Who do you take me for? You've got me mixed up with somebody else, right? Well, it's probably our reputation. People see us and they just immediately don't trust us. So you're the cemetery's caretaker. Don't worry, I won't do you any harm.
The grave diggers have scattered. Where are they?
See? My lady has come to find out what the dead are saying about our fate. And what are they saying? They're saying that we've already vacated 7 of the 9 corners of the house for the guests that are due. All of the house's inhabitants are now crammed into the remaining 2 corners. You can imagine the harvest that death is about to reap. That's scary. I can picture vividly this house with the dead crowded in the corners, expecting the many guests. So yeah, we know, at least from the Path 2 playthrough, that Grace is kind of a shepherd of the dead, and when they build up too much or too many people die at a single time, she gets very, very overwhelmed and she's not able to like soothe all of them. So, and then that kind of drives her crazy into the brink. So she's like a super necessary component to the dynamic and processing of the dead in this town. And my lady doesn't want to believe it. She says the future can be changed. This is her pity talking. Where did you come from? I thought you were going to stay at grandfather's. You only went there yesterday evening after all. Huh? What are you talking about? Well, there was a girl, the spitting image of you. Oh, so her doppelganger's already been through here. She came here just before you did. It wasn't dark yet. And then she went to grandfather. Who's grandfather? It's odd. It's impossible, actually. It must have been me. There's no other way. Here, we'll ask the question. Have you seen her with your own eyes? Just like I'm seeing you now. Must have been my sister.
It's chilly here.
Man, you are a herald. You've been brought here by fate itself.
Where did you come from, girl? Tell me your name. Let it be Clara. I've come to this town looking for my sister. Yes, I'm looking for my sister. Something's telling me that she has recently paid you a visit. I don't know whether to go down this sister-looking route or not. We could try it. Yeah. Yes, that's right. I've been waiting for you, Clara. We may have things to talk about. All right, ask me and I will answer. No, not in here. Listen, you need to go to my house. Report to my husband, the ruler Alexander. He will take care of you. And I will be there later, when Grace and I are finished with our business. What was the pause about? If I'm guessing who you are correctly, then we are all saved. Are you in danger? Yes, the bones say we are in danger, the likes of which has not been seen on this earth. Go to our house, Clara. If you are who we have been waiting for, you will have no trouble getting there, and no one will threaten you on your way. All right, I'll do as you say. Are you sure nobody's going to threaten me? with this low of a reputation. So I'm not sure like we're not a doctor, we're a miracle worker. So I don't know what our source of helping people is going to be, right? How do we get this reputation up? I mean, we do have drugs. That's the typical way of doing it for both Artemy and Danny. But I feel like it's going to be different for the Changeling. Oh my god, I'm so excited to talk to people as this character. Oh man. Super excited. Kind of just want to go straight to Aspity and see what she has to say. Yeah, let's do it. We're right here anyway. Oh, can we go in her basement? Oh yeah, sure can. Yeah, we've been down here before, I believe. I think some of the worms were down there. And then we'll go over to Alexander and talk to him. Oh, here's our today's quest too, the Harbinger. This woman has the power over the town, and so does her husband. With their permission, I will stay here for the time being. He will try and test me, and after I have convinced him of how important my mission is, he will be the one to protect me with the power he has in abundance. For now. until Danny kind of screws that up for him. Danny does kind of screw over the Sabros quite a bit. Do we have music in here? Yeah, we do. Hell yeah, Aspity. I got you tunes. For a moment there, I thought I was suddenly in front of a mirror. You have the same bottomless eyes as me. That's because you and I are flesh of the same mother's flesh. Holy shit. How did we nail that one so quick? I mean, it made the most sense, right? Being born of the earth. Being kind of possessed by a piece of the earth. We still don't know the Changelings' origin stories, but that's like immediate confirmation, you know? Who is she, this mother of ours? The earth. Yeah. And who are you? I call myself Shaban Oltun, the children of Bohdo. Call me Saba Upste, which the locals here have already corrupted to Aspity. Oh, I see. Okay. What's your name? Who? So you're not who I almost thought you were. My name is Clara, but you can call me the Harbinger. Clara, huh? Doesn't ring true. That name would be better suited to some holy martyr than a spawn of deities ingrown in time. Maybe the Changeling then. Maybe Aspity names us. Alright, let's not make too many predictions. I'm not the spawn of evil. If that's the price of your kinship, then so much for sisters, Aspity. No, let's keep it polite. I'll pay no mind to your words. You're playing with me, as Aspity often does. So I wonder who else is going to be in our, who's going to be in our adherence list? That might be what Alexander gives us. I can't remember where we got our first one. I think it was from Maria, actually. From the Bachelor's playthrough. So yeah, it should be... Yeah, it should be given to us by Alexander, I would imagine. I'm kind of wondering who will be on it, too. Definitely the Sabrovs, of course. Well, actually, Big Vlad Jr. Whoa, music. Sir, you're standing before Alexander Sabarov, one of the rulers of this town. You must be Clara, I suppose? Yep, that's right. Have I done something to make you angry? My wife Katarina said that you had been seen in the cemetery. The late caretaker's daughter claims that you have crawled out of a fresh grave, the appearance of which could not be accounted for. Is this true? Yeah, I woke up in an earthen pit. It didn't look like a grave, just a pit in the middle of the cemetery. But that's not a crime, is it? Well, maybe for the kin, yeah? Did you know that it is dangerous for you to even go out on the street? Are you aware that the powerful Kane family has put a bounty on your head? What? An envoy of theirs just left, and I promised them that I'd help catch the criminal by all means possible. The criminal? Why do they think it was Clara? The head of one of the ruling families died last night. His murderer is said to be a woman similar to your appearance. The description largely matches. Oh, yeah, the Shabbanok. I think. That's where the whole thing started. The common folk, blinded by local superstitions, are blaming a mystical creature spawned by the earth under mysterious circumstances at night. Is there anything you have to say to that, Clara? It wasn't me. Look me in the eyes. Don't you believe me? No, who was murdered? I know nothing. Simon Kane, the oldest and wisest of us, the spiritual mentor and founder of our community. Don't dodge the question. The charge is serious. But for my wife's firm faith in you, I would have handed you over to the Kanes without a moment's hesitation. And you? Do you suspect me too? I don't know why, but for some reason, I trust you. I get this strange feeling as though I have known you for a long time, and that makes me suspicious. Clara, pointing as it does to the fact that you control an otherworldly power of some kind. Yeah, I do have inexplicable powers. I've always had them, but I've always thought of it as a blessing. It's good, not evil. Why then are you being called a thief? I do believe that larcenous skills are the exclusive domain of the wicked. That's not quite fair, but evil is alien to me. I've always helped people. I wonder if it's because she thinks she is helping people, but she's hurting. Like, you could have good intentions. If implemented in certain ways, it could have ill effects for other people. And always considered it a blessing. Indeed, you are a miracle worker. That makes you almost a saint. Yes, your status like that precludes accusations of murder and theft. But then explain to me the meaning of those coincidences. If not for the blind faith of my wife's words, I would have no doubt that you are an evil spirit, a spawn of the netherworld. And if you don't explain this mystery at once, I swear, even Katarina's influence will not save you. All right, wait, I'll tell you. I have a twin sister. He looks exactly like me. Is named the same and wears the same clothes. I fear that she was the one who committed all those horrible crimes. Oh no. All right, have it your way. I accept this explanation, and I believe you. All right, I've just had to tell a lie for the first time in my life, to invent a fictional sister and shift all of those outrageous accusations to her. Strange, I could even utter those words. But I promise when it all clears up, I'll explain myself and undo that lie. Oh, so she's just panicking and pushing problems like forward into the future to deal with. But she feels in her heart that she is good and doing it for benevolent reasons. So what are you capable of, Clara? Tell me more about your miraculous abilities. Well, I can cure various diseases with my hands. Oh, I wonder if that's it. Like you do the palm punch to heal people or something? I know that already. Anything else? I can induce a hypnotic state in people, provided they consent, of course. Then they will answer any question truthfully. Enough. I need time to make up my mind. Now go outside, walk around the house, and you will get to my wife's side. Afterwards, come back to me. If your conversation yields no unpleasant surprises, I shall decide your future from then on. All right, I'll do as you say. Katarina, after we look at the update, Katarina saw me in a dream. That's why she believed me from the moment we met. The prophecy of the angelic twins was revealed to her, but I'm not an angel, only a messenger. I will have to explain this to her. Did I grab that water? Or did I just space it? Oh no, we got it. Okay. Thought maybe I would just pass right by it. Oops. I tried to do a 360, but my mouse hit my keyboard. Such a fail. I could see Clara jumping up in the air and then hitting her head on the side of the door or something. Oh no. Clara doesn't like tomatoes. So is there items in here that we can find?
Temples where
like the Tragerian said? I guess we could go back and check Victor's area too. Or Alexander's, pardon me. That was a weird hand gesture, but hello. The vision is becoming real. This doubtlessly is one of those two, yet which one? I must be on my guard. Which one of the two? I wonder if she's talking about our sister or not. Do you recognize me, Katarina? I recognize you at once. Come closer, Clara. Do you know that I, Katarina Sabarov, am a clairvoyant? I can commune with the mysterious forces that permeate this land. Magic has no power over me. I can see into the future. Tell me, do you question my abilities? I have such abilities too, and I'm not the one to doubt the existence of supernatural powers. The visions, they're not all the same. Some of them are clear and others are hazy, but a recent one was straightforward and vivid. A vision of such power that even a materialist would not question its divine providence. I've had a vision of the chaos to come, the doom of all of our creation, of the earth swallowing our town. If it's true, it's horrible. There was a prophecy of twin angels. It spoke of a harbinger of death, the imminent disaster incarnate, who is to come to the town, along with a holy healer, who can perform miracles with her hands and deliver us from evil. I think it's one and the same, like the Changeling and Clara are like just two sides of a coin, and depending on like what circumstances she's in, it just flips and you get whoever you get. Now I understand who is standing before me. Tell me, are you aware of your calling? I thought I was just a mere modest servant of virtue. Yes, that is correct. All that remains is to interpret the dream. A dream is always an allegory. Before I saw you, before I heard you speak, I had been thinking of the other pairs of twins, Simon and Gregory Kane, Andre and Peter Martin. Even those visitors, the Prospects and the Bachelor, had seemed to be harbingers from my dream. But now, I see where the truth lies. So you believe me. But no, we wanted to be honest about it. Well, I mean, she said later, but she did want to explain a couple things to Katarina so she doesn't misconstrue any intentions. So it may not quite be so. I'm fully convinced that the prophecy was referring to you, but others will need better proof than that. Do as my husband said and prove that you are who I think you are, and we will stand by you, the ruling couple and the holy harbinger. What does that mean? It means that if you stand before our people in all of your glory, fulfill your destiny, and don't abandon us afterwards, we will adopt you as our daughter. When I die, I will pass on to you the power of the Spirit, and your heart's chosen one will inherit the power of the sword from my husband. You're too kind. So yeah, just fully adopting them and then turning her, I mean, I guess because she has like psychic abilities too, it would be like a no-brainer. They weren't able to have children for whatever reason, or maybe they did and it didn't work out so well. So they have no heir. So that kind of makes sense. You're too kind. Now, go to Alexander. Be brave, no matter what he asks you. You have nothing to be afraid of, for I see that you are the true harbinger. Such things can neither be changed nor hidden from me. Time has proven that I do not make mistakes. Fear nothing and return triumphant. All right, I'm gone. So, let Alexander test me, if he will. My path was mapped by the higher powers, and I won't stray from it, no matter how steep and thorny the way. Well, you say that now, but things can probably get pretty bad pretty quickly. I feel like she's just gonna make too many, not promises, but like, or maybe promises about her curing abilities, and it's just gonna overwhelm her, and she'll have to keep lying in a certain way.
Yes.
Indeed, you look more like a messenger from above than the spawn of Earth. Oh, Katarina has told me her dreams. It all fits. She believes I am a messenger from above. All right, my wife is a clairvoyant, but I am not. I need something to make sure you are exactly who you claim to be. I'm going to give you a few tasks. Let your actions prove that your hands have power over people's lives, and your words over their minds. All right, I am ready. Nothing to worry about. I have received reports of a fight at the station this morning. Several men were killed, several more maimed. I have to dispatch 2 loyal men there. They will tell you where the dead and wounded have been carried off to. See if anything can be done. But it could be dangerous? If you are truly the prophesied messenger from above, you have nothing to fear. Nothing will harm you. The murderer has fled. The whole town is searching for them. Wherever they are now, that place is far from the station. Go and fear nothing. Do you think my sister's guilty of this crime too? Yeah, we can ask that. I have no idea what kind of person your sister is and what her talents are, but it isn't likely. Even if your sister is as singular as a creature as yourself, that carried the wrong signature. It was the work of a true ripper. And so it was like one of the worms escaping, I think. And if the wounded man dies before I get to him? If not this time, then another time. Heal a man by nightfall for me, in the presence of a witness, or preferably witnesses. This will strengthen our position. I will have legitimate grounds for protecting you against the Kane's wrath. All right, I'll do everything you ask. Whew. That's a pretty big task. It's time to lay my hands on a dying man. I think it's literally we punch people. There was bloodshed at the station this morning, and many people lie wounded or dead. Sabarov's men are keeping watch. He will tell me what has to be done. All right. It's a long journey. But that's okay. We can punch teleport. Awesome. I love punch porting. That's fantastic. We'll have to use that in the future. Oh. Oh no. What are you talking about? Behind me? Okay, there we go. Stay away from those guys. Holy shit, I don't even have a weapon. All I have is like I said, some like anemic little push. Hey, what are you doing here, Leica? I'm angry and I hurt. Okay. Why, doghead? Why? Because first I get chased away into the steppe by my soul and a half mates, and then I run into a ripper there to boot. Boy was begging him to let me go, but the bastard knew what had been picked on for, then pulled out his knife, and here I am, carved up like so much fillet. It hurts. Will you help me? Yeah. Hang on. Soul and a half. No. Why'd they do it? Why'd they hurt you? I suppose I had done what a mighty rotten thing to do, and mucked it up like an idiot at that. So my former soul and a half mates, they threw me out, called me a traitor and all that, hunted me, but I'm a slick one. I saved myself, though thought I made it out, and what do you know, along comes a leather sack. Leather sack? What are you talking about? Some ripper. I've never seen him around before, and he's like, stop right there, I'm gonna question you. And after you waited for such and such crimes, are you carrying any valuables on your person, etc., etc.? And then whack, goes in with that razor, but I wriggled myself free, saved myself again, and then wobbled my way over to this place. And then, poor thing, come on, let me touch you with my hands. You'll feel better. Yeah, we can heal him. I just hit him? What? No. No witnesses. No witnesses, no crime. No body, no crime. Well, it's covered up with grass. No. This has never happened before. Could the miraculous powers that entered the world through my hands bring death as well as life? How will I explain this to Alexander? I can't return to him unless I've saved somebody. There must be another ninja man somewhere. She's just deluded. Oh no. Dude, that punch is stronger than I thought. Oh no. She just vaporized him into a pile of goo. And lockpick. Can I heal you? Oh no. So you can kill evildoers with a single touch. A truly godly gift. I didn't mean to. I wanted to heal him. I felt sorry for him. There was a witness. Leave no witnesses. Then it must be supreme judgment. With you as judge, yes, it makes sense. Had he deserved to live, you would have given him life, right? But the murderer deserved to die, so you dealt him death. Yes, it's much like the mistress foretold. Huh. We're gonna go along with this? He was a kid. So who told you this, Katarina? Yes, she screamed in her sleep a few days ago. Afterwards, her maids were whispering amongst themselves, saying the mistress had been talking deliriously in her sleep about a harbinger of fate who would come in the guise of a child. Could that be you? I doubt it. Don't touch me, please. I'm as full of sin as they come. What if that's enough for your touch to kill me? My master would surely be interested. But you were meaning to heal. You had better find somebody else. That's what he sent you here for, right? Where do I find a person like that? Well, how about the one that made the lucky escape from the robbers? He survived that massacre and avoided the corpse eaters. So fate must be favoring him. Bring this one back to life. If you wish to, of course. Will you be able to find him yourself? But how? She's not talking about the Leica kid, right? The dog head? Avoided the corpse eaters. But how? Those people were wondering if he had crawled away eastward towards the steppe. He must have been from the steppe himself, a local. So he'd want to be buried in the living earth. If he's still breathing and has made it there, then the cemetery caretaker's daughter must have given him shelter. Oh yeah. I know her. Okay. We can try it again. According to one of my faithfuls, a wounded man has slipped away. He should be somewhere near the town cemetery by now. Oh man. The deadliest push known to man. There was a fight here by the station. Alexander sent his men here to look after victims. Oh man, how's our stats looking? Yeah, we're getting hungry and tired pretty soon. I found some stuff on the way here, but we'll have to keep traveling. Yeah. All right, well, let's get over there. Whoa, Grace, sorry. Didn't know I was going to port that close to you. Holy crap. I gotta put these things away. They're super dangerous.
This supple-handed runaway had no mercy for a wounded man. He can't be a true warden.
You're back. What did grandfather say? Tell me, has an injured man come to your lodge lately? How did you know? I know a lot. Are you forgetting? Nah, let's not be snotty about it. That's what I've heard from the people who were robbing at Dead End Station. Be careful. They find out that you gave him shelter, they'll come for you too. No one would dare touch me, at least of all a robber. There's no one villainous enough here to pull a knife on me. That's what my father used to tell me, and that's how it's always been. Oh, why do they honor you so much? Yeah, I want to know more about your guys' relationship. For feeding them long after no one else would, for singing songs to their ancestors and comforting those slain at their hands. So where's your wounded man? Yes, an injured workman did come crawling here. He was all but dead, so I went to find him a good spot. I'd almost settled on a grave by the far wall when I thought of burying him in your pit. The one that you spent the night in, I mean. When I returned, there was a visitor at the lodge. Who? Death? No. Leaning over the wounded worker was a scrawny man who'd inflicted all those wounds on him in the first place. I asked him not to kill the workman, but to heal him with living blood instead. And he, the scary one, said nothing for a long time. There was just the sound of his wheezing breath. But then he took the workman out and dragged him off somewhere. To his den, he said. Okay, so who's the scary man? He is of warden stock. He knows the lines of the body. He can heal people and is allowed to cut a body. Artemy? Maybe. He said his name was Artemy Burak. Yep. But I'm afraid he'll kill the wounded man instead of healing him. The workman was, after all, his enemy. He'd attacked Burak in the morning and injured him. Okay, so Artemy at the train station when he first pulled in and got attacked by those three people, I think. We know where Burak's den is, but that's probably the most likely thing that Clara would ask. So let's ask that. I don't know, but I think it must be nearby. He was in a bad state himself, so he couldn't have walked too far with that limp body on his hands. Hiding in the workshops, perhaps? Or at the runaway hospice. Oh, could be at Aspity's. But now that I think of it, his shoes were covered in gray clay, which you only get around the works. All right, I'll try to find him. Thank you, Grace. I'll stay away from the works. No, I'll try to find him. Yeah, okay. Factory building 4. Got it.
What's wrong with
Got it. So yeah, that's not too far at all. We could walk over there. I did see some moo cows over here too on the way over. Oh, moo cows! Hell yeah. Sorry, I keep jumping. I love them. Too bad we can't buy a bull. That would be the best. Oh, stuff. Where's the door? Oh, okay, there we go. Let's see. Artemy. This should be an interesting conversation. You got stuff? Nope. Nothing we can loot.
They're trying to catch a Shabnaka deer. It's a local fairy tale, as far as I remember.
Ah, are those your crimes the entire town is now hunting me for? I mean, how blind does one have to be to mix us up? I'm in the same situation, persecuted for harm done to these people by apparently my sister. Yeah, we could do like some camaraderie to start with. Fine sister you've got. More of a menace than any caravan. Few people could hope to cause such a commotion. Oh, the worst thing is, we're twins.
I need a good sleep today.
So what's your business here? Oh, Grace, the caretaker at the cemetery said you brought a wounded man here? I did, and what of it? I need him. Who sent you? No one. I've come of my own accord. Let's be evasive. Then what the hell are you doing here? I'm looking for a wounded man. As you can see, there's no wounded man here anymore. He vanished while I was away, and that's strange, since he couldn't walk on his own. He must have been kidnapped. But by whom? What do you mean he vanished? I brought the wounded man here, examined him. He was beyond hope. Then I went to get my tools. When I came back, he was gone. That was 10 minutes ago. The trail of blood led back to town. I saw the blood on the embankment too, but that doesn't tell me a lot, so I've lost him. Where could he go? And what were you intending to do to him, you cruel man? He was still alive, wasn't he? I don't know. Here, let's not berate Artemy. Why didn't you follow him yourself? It's better for me to stay out of town. Every passerby rushes to tackle me and tie me up. I wonder what I did to deserve this Ripper fame. Well, it was certainly not my doing, but I'll look for him on the embankment. He may have found shelter at one of the houses. So, the wounded man has escaped yet again. With that little time he had, he should be hiding somewhere nearby. Could it be the house by the river? Burak said that there were bloodstains all over the embankment. So, by the river. So there's a little... Reuben? It's like the closest spot. Dying man's tracks lead to this house. I must hurry there. Oh, Anna? Really? Is that by the river? I mean, yes, it's by the river. Yes, it is by the river. Is it by the river? Proceeds to look at the giant river that runs through the center of town called the Gorkin. Yes, it is by the river. All right, cool. All right, let's go. We'll have to reset our knowledge about Anti-Angel. Oh, I can hear him. Hands up. Get those healing hands up. Dankovsky. Oh, it's so cool to see him. Hell yeah. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Have you met ominous people in circus costumes here?
Not yet. What do you want from me? Are you looking for shelter too? You're very pretty. What's your name? Anna Angel. When I was small, it's what they called me for my beautiful singing voice. And what's your name? My name's Clara. Please don't be scared of me.
Shebnak is an evil man-eater made of clay and bones. She's the murderer.
It would seem that I haven't lived in this house long enough for its walls to protect me. First, this wretch bursts in and bleeds on my carpet. Then a certain bachelor drops by, and here he is, already acting like he owns the place. Oh, that's horrible. Do you think he's dangerous? What? No, he's dead already. Although they say that the dead are even more dangerous than the living, especially if they decide to forever haunt those who slighted them before they died. No, I mean the bachelor. I dread him for some reason. An inexplicable fear, like a premonition. He's not a turnskin, is he? He doesn't look cruel. You think that he's an actual monster from the steppe, whose coming was announced today? The terrible doll made of human bones? No, I don't think so. Shebnak always seeks to assume the shape of a woman. Yeah, it's those exact bones that I feel in him. He's somehow not real, like an animated straw man. Well, don't you argue with him, though. He represents the law now, and the law is not on our side. What law? Shh. And yes, you and I are outlaws. The law is a grindstone, heavy as a bell, inextricable, and persistent. You need a certain amount of power to stand up to it. But where do you get it? And so many of us here don't really have a choice. We are doomed to be victims. Why are you counting me amongst them? You know, I recognized you at once, I did. Aren't you being persecuted? Aren't you being called a thief? Haven't you had the words Shebnak, turnskin, man-eater thrown in your face? Haven't they looked for bones under your skin? Well, that's usually where they are. Or dropped swervy juice into your eye? Quiet, he's listening. We gonna talk to Danny? Or do we just go up and... Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know what to do. Here, we'll talk. Hey. This blood-covered tramp is not what I'm looking for. He's not complicit in Simon's death. At any rate, he's about to kick it no matter how. No matter if I help him along or not. I'm done here. No, wait. A lot points to Simon having been murdered by a girl, and this dirt on her clothes. I suppose I ought to interrogate you. One wonders if you have an alibi. Wait, he's not dead yet, is he? No, but he will be soon. He's lost so much blood that only a miracle could revive him. I can work miracles. Curious. And how do you go about doing that? I punch them, and then it's a 50-50 chance whether they explode or not. Well, actually, it's a 100% chance that they will explode currently, because we don't have like a basis for making any other calculations. We tried it one time, somebody exploded. But I'm open to trying again. I lay my hands on someone in pain and they're brought back to life. In theory. So not only half of the people here are psychic, turns out the other half are faith healers. What kind of town is this? What kind of time? I've been transported to the Middle Ages. I presume that you can demonstrate your art right here in front of me? I can. Well, we'll just have faith. But then we'll be a murderer. Kind of. If it doesn't work. Oh, no, I don't feel like it anymore. Let's have faith. I can. Watch. It's not like I'm gonna reload anyway. Can we talk to them? Nothing. Nothing. I'm stalling. Hey there, buddy. Oh man, you look to be in a state. Here, let me help you. Did it work? Oh! It worked! It worked! You see that shit? Hell yeah! I'm surprised. So now, with our pool of examples, we have 50-50 shot. Oh man, how do you feel? That's good. You're nice and quiet and you're smoking again. I wouldn't advise that, but okay. Good job, man. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about that? How did you manage that? I've had this gift for as long as I can remember. That's unbelievable. I myself find it hard to believe what I'm capable of. Are you some kind of saint? No, I'm a thief. You get that? Huh. Why would she say that when she's been railing against that? But she has self-doubt, though. Or maybe it's like imposter syndrome? That might be part of it, too. We'll go with the miracle worker. 50% of the time, I'm a miracle worker. So, who is this killer? How do I find them? This is getting plain right diabolical. Well, I'll tell you if I find anything out, Danny. For sure.
My hair is disheveled and coming out.
Your hair? Who cares? You see what I
This
did?
child was crying there.
So you can heal with your hands. For real? I didn't. We can play dumb. We'll just say yes. And you could cure any disease. Well, I don't know about that. It's not I who heals. It's the power that chooses me as its instrument. Damn. So, I can return to Alexander now. The miracle? Success. And we got like a healthy reputation boost from that too. It was very much needed. Hello, sir. Mission accomplished. I'll point that dangerous hand somewhere else.
What has this town turned into? Truly a country of contradictions.
Well, sir, I've fulfilled your request. I healed a man in the mansion to the south of yours. A menacing-looking scientist in a snakeskin cloak oversaw it. He calls himself the Bachelor. And this is excellent. A first-hand account from the visiting Bachelor will carry more weight for the Canes than anything else. He will probably side with them, seeing as the dearly departed Simon meant so much to him. So now you have trust in me? I trusted you even before that. Do not be offended by these tests. What I do not on my own behalf, but on behalf of the people entrusted to my care. I will most likely give you one more task. Just allow me a pause to compose my mind first. I'm considering what would be the best approach to the matter. All right, tell me when you're clear.
The Canes compel Bachelor to destroy the murderer. They must be joking.
Here's a new task for you. It is said that somebody resembling you has murdered our town's father, Simon Kane. But now I'm sure that the Canes are not telling the whole truth, and that the murderer's story was invented to conceal something grim that they know about or suspect. I don't understand such things. Who are these people? The Canes are the family with which everything began here. Their radiant blood has persevered the memory of ancient magic since the time of the epics. It's an old family. They are the descendants of heroes who had fashioned the world out of their own flesh, who created talking beasts that stretched chains of fire from sea to sea and built sky-high towers in a single night. Such arts are pertinent to demons, not humans, or rather, to half-human sorcerers who are part beast or part malicious element. Yeah. I never said they were like that. I said that they descended from such beings. It was a figure of speech. The Canes are every bit as human as the Sabros, and yet there is still within them a spark of flame that is burned in deities and heroes, born into a mythical era. Alright, why have you brought them up? The town is now governed by Sabarov, Olgemsky, Kane, Triumvirate. So yeah, the three ruling families. I fear that driven by their desire to avenge Simon, the Kanes could try to shift the balance of power. Their tyranny would usher in a new era of madness. I don't want this to happen, but I need to be sure before I can confront the Kanes. And that is where you can help me. All right, how can I be of assistance? You will go to the Crucible. It is in the upper part of town, called the Stoneyard. Go to Gregory, charm him with your hypnotic powers, and find out what's behind Simon's death. It's a dangerous mission, but an important one. If you succeed, I will reward you generously, Clara. All right, yeah, I'll give it a try. Oh, you can play it like really scared. Or you can just be like very confident. We'll be confident. All right, I'll give it a try. You do, however, need more than just to look in a person's eyes in order to make them speak the truth and answer your every question. You need their consent? Yep, that's right. I ask directly if they consent, and their mind approaches mine only if they say yes. Also, I must know the person's real name and a secret fact from their life. What for? I don't know, it's how I unlock a soul. Well then, go to Katarina. She will tell you about Gregory. You are not, indeed, as simple as you seem. It's strange that you have revealed your secret to me. Have you not been tempted to use your skills on me? Oh, why would I? You're helping me, so I have nothing to hide from you. Yeah. All right. Oh, put those away. Put those away. They're dangerous. We will leave it there. Fascinating already. Yeah, I love this. It's completely different perspective. And we're very small. I feel like we're so short. I love it. But yeah, we'll leave it there. And when we come back, we will talk to Katarina and then go visit the Kanes for the first time. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Lone, and this has been Pathologic.